So it actually occurred to me this morning, as in typical fashion, I was putting my slides together, that when we presented at the forum exactly a year ago today, it was day one. So we have, in fact, been Dell EMC for exactly 365 days. Good morning. So some of this material, I'll go through the stuff that the marketing stuff that you've seen before quickly. The important message in there is that we're staying the course. We've talked, in a couple of meetings now, we did kind of our open the kimono, if you will, on sort of the new HPC program at that point Dell, when Jim Ganthier spoke at the forum 2 years ago. In fact, exactly 2 years ago. At that point, there was major reinvestment in HPC at Dell. Part of that significant reinvestment was hiring a bunch of new folks into the team, including myself. But it also meant we were really pulling together the resources of, at that point, Dell, and as of a year ago, Dell EMC, and pan Dell Technologies to really put a focus into this market. We've talked about our buzz phrase of transforming the future, and actually it was very apropos for the couple of presentations before mine to see how the people in this room are transforming the future. Looking at some of the imagery of tornadoes before is absolutely remarkable, and as well as the other presentations. HPC is a really tool to allow you folks to do the science and research and engineering that is changing the world. And that's why I think all of us enjoy it so much, because in addition to being fun, it's good things to do. We talk about advancing HPC. We talk about the technological advancement, the things, the expertise that we bring to the market. Noted in the NSF presentation that the various sites that were mentioned as being part of the NSF world, that, TAC is one of ours. San Diego Supercomputer Center, Ron is around here someplace. I think I lost him, unless he left. Ron Hawkins, there he is, from San Diego Supercomputer Center. It's a very close relationship that we have. I saw Jetstream on the diagram there, another close relationship that we have. A very big part of what we do is working with our customers, with what we call our centers for innovation, of which San Diego is one, and TAC is another. To be able to learn collaboratively from our customers in terms of developing new solutions. We talk about democratizing HPC because we do that, developing systems for customers like that, and then we take that and package those in to standard systems that we can then sell more or less in volume to small and medium-sized HPC customers who might not otherwise have the expertise to build a system of their own. And lastly, the optimizing HPC is all the work that we do basically at the technology level and the base products, again spanning Dell Technologies, to adapt those and really direct their development in a way that helps HPC. So again, in the last year, we've been spending a lot of time with our EMC brethren, legacy EMC brethren, most notably the Isilon team. One of the interesting things that was noted when we joined with EMC is, well, EMC isn't an HPC company. And if you asked EMC executives, they would have agreed with that. That was not a focus for them. But then you sit down with the Isilon team and you find out how much of their business is actually occurring in the HPC customers. And it's quite large. And Earl shared some survey data just recently of a number of sites, I don't remember the exact numbers, for what do they use for HPC storage. And if I recall, number 2 and 3 by count in that list was EMC and Dell. And we noted if we actually added those together, which is what we are now, we would have been number 1. So, there's a lot there. in addition to the more traditional, if you will, high-performance storage on the Lustre and GPFS side. So we spent a lot of time working across the portfolio, and this is a diagram that folks who have seen me talk in the last few meetings have seen this one a couple of times. And I really just wanted to talk to it for a moment, again, because of this point of we're spending a lot of time with bringing in the capabilities pan-Dell technologies, okay, the set of base technologies on the bottom of this slide, along with our technology partners like Intel and NVIDIA and Mellanox and others. You know, even going out to VMware. So VMworld was held a couple of weeks ago. Team of folks from VMware over there demonstrating new capabilities, doing virtualization and containers, among other things, on GPUs, doing VDI with GPUs in a shared environment, in a virtualized environment. So there's a lot of focus there about how we can utilize that technology, move more into cloud technology in HPC. And we're seeing a lot of our customers who are becoming more and more interested in that. And you're going to see more over time stuff coming out around Singularity, for example, which is getting a lot of buzz among our HPC sites. And then again, across the top is the advancing part, our strategic partnerships, the centers for innovation, and so on. Our HPC Innovation Lab, again noted a number of times with some top 500 class capabilities and so on, and again, the things that we do to build systems. So this is kind of the report card of what's been going on lately. That I just wanted to quickly highlight. I'm not going to go through a whole portfolio discussion, but wanted to simply highlight that kind of all of our platforms are getting regular updates. The PowerEdge C4130, our 4 GPU system, is now running with P100 GPUs with NVLink. The C6320P was introduced last year. That's our KNL-based system. Isilon All-Flash, so again, working closely with the Isilon team, we're looking at tiered storage. They're doing a lot, again, with flash on the front end, rotating disk on the back end to be able to provide a higher performance environment. And most recently, at ISC, like my buddies at HPE, we also used ISC to launch our Skylake platform. We're not Gen 10, we're Gen 14, sorry. So 14G, based on Skylake, the C6420. We also talked about a number of new systems then. TAC is launched phase 1 of Stampede 2 at ISC. That will be an 18 petaflop system when it's finished. It's just about finished now. That first phase was based on C6320P servers with KNL. Phase 2 was adding to that the first set, I think the first 1,700 and change C6420 servers coming off of the manufacturing line went to them. Such that the final system, the end of phase 2 system, which will hit the top 500 list in November, will total out at 18 petaflops. And there's still some more work that's going to go after that. As part of our collaboration with TAC and with Intel, we're going to be adding 3D Crosspoint to that system over time when that becomes more available. University of Cambridge actually launched 2 systems, one with GPUs based on C4130 and one with KNL on C6320P. And they have a third system that's being built as we speak based on C6420 with Skylake. In the Innovation Lab, we made the top 500 list in June at number 373 with the Zenith system. That is our, if you will, Intel Scalable Systems Framework testbed system, currently based on Broadwell nodes, as well as a number of KNL nodes. a very small number. The 538 teraflops does not include the 32, 64, 20 nodes that are there now, and we're adding some more into that. So there'll be a bigger number come November. But I also want, and the last one on here is Jülich in Germany, where we have built a system based on C6320P, again, a KNL system at 5 petaflops that they're connecting to their primary cluster in what they call a cluster booster architecture to add capabilities over there. But I wanted to highlight, again, given the theme of the meeting, some of the stuff that we're doing around machine learning under the democratizing HPC category. One of our centers for innovation is the University of Pisa. We've been working very closely with them. They're doing some very specific work developing machine learning technologies. Part of the outcome of that is some reference architectures that we're using to advise customers on approaches that they can use to build machine learning solutions. We've highlighted one of our customers is MasterCard, who not normally an HPC customer that we might think of, but is actually using our HPC systems to do fraud detection. And a new one that just got announced in July is CSIRO in Australia, who have implemented a system called Bracewell, also based on C4130, to do vision research. They actually are doing sort of an artificial vision development that hopefully they will develop into a commercial product that will enable people to wear basically a set of glasses with cameras on them, recognizes images that it's looking at, and feed that back to the person, effectively providing a formal artificial vision kind of technology. When you look at machine learning, and no less than Michael Dell has noticed that this is a new and emerging area, and again is putting his weight behind a pan-Dell effort that again spans the storage side, spans the compute side, brings in folks from VMware and so on to be able to go after this space. We talk about being at the forefront of AI starting. The word acceleration here is really focused on the platforms that we develop, again, across our broad portfolio. In many cases, optimized for AI. C4130 has machine learning and AI as a very strong target marketplace, for example. We're bringing together the expertise to develop and deliver AI solutions, again, by collaborating with our customers to learn what people really need to be doing. And the evolution. This is a very, very new area. We're not sure what this is going to look like a year from now, much less 5 years from now. And so a lot of the solutions that we're developing now, we're really doing as reference architectures, not canned solutions, because it's going to change. We're learning as we go along, working with our customers. A few more words about CSIRO. Again, not a huge system, 114 servers, each with 4 GPUs, with NVLink and so on and so forth. But again, very focused specifically around image recognition, which is a very, very useful technique for machine learning right now. As one of the ways that we're taking our learnings and sharing them with our customers, we actually created a machine learning knowledge center. This is a website where we're posting papers, input from a variety of sources, including from internally to the company. So the URL is here. You'll be able to get these slides and be able to go take a look at what's there. My last little bit here is, as part of that reaching out to our customers, when I first joined then Dell, now Dell EMC, almost 2 years ago, one of the first things I was asked to do is start an HPC user group. That's been meeting now. It meets roughly quarterly. The next meeting is actually at the end of this month at the University of Pisa in Italy. For those of you who like Italian food, which is probably most of you, I strongly recommend that meeting. But if you can't go there, Our next meeting after that will be at supercomputing. Monday of supercomputing from 8 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. We'll be having a short update meeting, and then our major meeting will take place at the end of March in Austin. So keep that on your calendar. I might mention, you see the URL there, dellhpc.org. Go there if you want to. You can simply sign up to become a member. And that you, by the way, do need to have an NDA with Dell EMC to do that. That will get you access to all the past presentations. Also, if you look there, you will notice on that page, my friend Rick over here did a number of video interviews with a bunch of our customers at the last meeting, and you can find all of those there, including folks from the University of Pisa and elsewhere. So feel free to take a look at that. Thank you very much. I'll reiterate, the GoPro is still sitting there. At the end of the day, we'll pick a winner. If you're able to, drop your business card in there, and we'd love to be able to give it to you. So thanks a lot.